Thank you, Sue, for joining us today. Please share your story about seeking treatment at View Laser.
Okay, so I came to View Laser about 3 or 4 years ago. When I was growing up, my mom had dark spots on her face. I guess she was in her 40s to 50s, and they were very pronounced and they never went away. And I came to realize that it's probably a hereditary thing, and a lot of darker skinned people have them, and I just assumed that, well, I'll probably get them too. And I did start noticing them in my late 50s, just a little bit, but I didn't do anything about it, used some sunscreen and continued on. And it wasn't until I was about 6 years old, 60, when they got really dark, like embarrassing. I was embarrassed to go out. They were like both my cheeks, my nose, they were starting to develop on my forehead. And people that knew me all my life were starting to question, like, what happened to your face? Like, it was way worse than my mom's ever was. And I truly was embarrassed and I didn't like it. So I went to my GP and he prescribed hydroquinone, which is a skin lightening agent. And I would put that on and it would clear up. And then as soon as I stopped using it, it would come right back. And I thought, well, why am I doing this? Because it just comes right back. And so that's when I decided to, look further into View Laser. And I talked with Dr. Ray.
Great. So, what kind of results were you hoping to achieve?
Oh, my dreams, I was hoping that it would totally go away, but I knew that's not reality. But I was hoping to, clear it up a fair bit. And then I figured I could just cover it up with makeup. And that's what initially I thought I could maybe do, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, what was the treatment like?
Okay, well, when I first came, they explained it all to me, and I decided to go ahead with the treatment. I was a little overwhelmed at first because I thought, oh wow, there's all these products, and it seems like a lot of work, morning and night. But the staff here was excellent, and they guided me and gave me all the information, and actually I had notes. And the first couple of days I was, checking my notes all the time, but it didn't take long, and it became routine. It's just your morning, usually you wash your face and you just put your products on rather than using the stuff that I was using before, moisturizers, etc. I had a couple of extra products, but morning and night. And I'm a type of person that once I start something, I'm quite disciplined, and I stuck with it.
So, how has this treatment made a difference to you personally or professionally?
Wow. So it. I was never an insecure person. I was never. I had confidence, but and my skin did clear up. Like it's amazing. Like it took time though. It didn't happen overnight. It took time. I I guess it gives you more self confidence, and I didn't realize it. And without realizing it, it makes you happier. Even though I was never an unhappy person, but you just feel better about yourself, which makes you feel happy. And I like the results. I'm very pleased because I know what I'm doing is for my health. It's not just on the surface of my skin.
So, maybe tell me a bit about your experience with the team here and why did you pick this clinic? Why did you pick View Laser?
Well, I picked View Laser because I actually knew Dr. Ray from years ago. I worked with him at Delta Hospital, so I knew his reputation as an ER doctor and as a local physician. And I was curious as to what he was doing, what was going on here at View Laser. And then when I came and I had the consult with him and I met his staff, I was very impressed. Really impressed because there wasn't any pushing me to get started. There wasn't oversell. In fact, there was no promises. And initially, I when I went home that day, I thought, oh, I was hoping I'd get more of a promise that we're gonna fix this. What Dr. Ray said is, it's a program, and we'll get you on it, and we're gonna try and do our best to reduce it as much as we can. And the first summer, it reduced in the wintertime. It kind of came back in the summer, and I was feeling a bit discouraged. And then the second year, then when I start back in the fall again on the program, it cleared up. And then following summer, I noticed it didn't come back as much. And I'm going on to my fourth summer now, and I'm hoping, and every year it gets better and better and better. When I go back and look at my before pictures that Dr. Ray took in the beginning, I'm thinking, wow, I'm ecstatic. Like I never thought it would clear up this much.
So, what advice would you give to someone seeking similar treatment?
First of all, I would say if you're going to do this, you have to give yourself time. This is not going to clear up overnight because what I have is melasma. Melasma doesn't all of a sudden just show up one morning. It develops and it's in the under layers of our skin, like it's the cells. Our skin isn't just the thin layer on top. Our skin is many layers. It takes time to develop. It's going to take time to get better. And if you don't stick with the program, like it's not gonna, you're not gonna expect instant results. And this is actually not just a program. Once it's better, you can let it go. I feel this is my routine for this is a life changing routine, and I will stick with it because I know it's for my health.